I got a strike while the iron is hot. One of ones don't follow flocks. Man, I got this on lock. Team Harvey, team hustle, team can't be stopped. Just cop 900 glory, yeah, I'm fresh out the shop. That's hard bowling. I'm an expert on the lane. Smooth approach, about to roll a perfect game. And well connected with the sport's biggest names. We can't talk unless the X on the frame. I'm here asking the questions, clear the air and confusion. Fresh, humble, and arrogant with the logo infusion. Red cup for the right vibe. I got the answers, you going live with Bowtie.
Hey, good evening, man. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone had a great day. Hope everyone is staying safe, man. I am your host, Mr. Brandon Grant, a.k.a. BTB, a.k.a. Mr. Bowtie. What's going on, man? Today we have a special guest. And if you guys didn't see her, if you never met her, I know I haven't. I know it's my first time, and I am a fan for sure. I'll tell you that now. If you guys don't know, man, I am going to officially put our girl in the hot seat, Miss Jillian Martin. We're gonna bring her to the screen. What's up, Jillian?
Hi.
How are
Nothing
you?
much. I'm good. How are you?
Just living life. Living life. Hey, Carla, what's up? So anytime you see a question, you know how it goes. I'm gonna pop it on the thing, and once you're in the hot seat, you're all fair game. So be ready.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I don't like to say. I can't tell you what they're gonna say. I have no clue. No.
Well, I'm good with anything.
No. Hey, so we're gonna start off. I always like to, like I said, we see, and the reason why we created this platform is to get to know the bowler a little outside of the bowling alley. So I ask you some personal questions, but we also gonna go to the bowling side because that's what you do.
Yeah.
So where were you born and raised?
I am in Stowe, Ohio, born and raised.
Ohio. Where at in Ohio?
So I'm in Stowe. It's right in between like Akron and Cleveland.
Okay.
Small town.
Any siblings? Are you the only kid?
Only kid, no pets either, so pretty lonely.
No pets.
No. Trying
So
to
you're
convince
just-
mom and dad to get a dog.
Yes. Get absolutely. I am a dog lover. Yes, that's all me.
Well, hey, I'm all in for that.
See, there you go, man. Mom and dad, if y'all listening, get my girl a dog. She needs somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I don't know. You got to just keep talking to him and keep begging him. Like, Mom.
Oh, I have been 16 years.
Man, so question for because like I said, you're the 16-year-old out there doing your thing. My question is, how do you balance life, school, and bowling?
Well, I gotta say, it's pretty hard and it's taken a lot of time management. But I mean, hey, do school in the morning. Once I get done, try to go and practice. And then after that, have some free time, spend some time with my family. And then weekends when I'm like not bowling and stuff, I'll spend time with friends when I get a chance.
I don't know. It's for you to be as good as you are. It seems like bowling takes a lot of your time because you have to practice.
It definitely does. I probably practice between 2 and 3 hours, 5 to 7 days a week. So I'm out there a lot.
Wow.
But we try to make it work, and I love to be out on the lanes. So however much time I can get out there, I'm all good with, and then we fill in the rest with whatever I need to do.
Wow. So what grade are you in?
I am a junior.
A junior. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I remember those days. If I can go back to high school, I wish I could. So balancing the whole life, school, and bowling. What's your GPA?
My GPA, I want to say, so we have weighted GPA, so it's about a 4.3. It would be a 4.0 unweighted.
Oh, wow. So you are not only, should I say, a great bowler, but you are when we say scholar athletes, and scholar is way above athlete, you are that. And we most definitely, I just wish everybody would actually take it as serious as you do. Seriously, man.
Yeah, I try.
Yeah. Well, what you mean try? Like to manage 4.0 or above, even a 3.5 or above, that means you have to put in that time to study, to get good grades on tests, to, and then you said 2 to 3 hours, on the lanes, 5 days, 7 days a week. You have no life.
This can be true.
Yeah, you have no life. That is just absolutely crazy. LJ, shout out to a fellow Ohio bowler.
Hi.
Yeah. Look, great bowling in Texas. You have fans, I'm telling you. And it's just, hey, and it's only going to get better.
Yeah, I'm all in for it.
Yeah. LJ said, hey, do you think you will stay with bowling for a good while?
For sure. I love it. I love to go out there and do my thing. So I think I'll definitely be around for quite a bit.
There you go. Does your school where you attend, do you have a bowling team?
So our school does have high school bowling, but with the Ohio rules for the OHSAA, it's very limited. So I bowled high school as a freshman.
Okay.
But you can only bowl like 2 outside tournaments per year. So it gets really hard. Like I probably, if I was bowling for high school, I would not have been able to go compete in Texas just because of all the additional rules they have on it. So I did not bowl as a sophomore, or I'm not bowling now either.
So do you miss bowling with your friends there opposed to bowling against the top in the nation?
I mean, there's 2 kind of different types of bowling in my eyes. One of them just kind of fun. We're going out there and throwing balls down the lane. And obviously I miss that a little bit, but for me, I would always rather be out there competing against the best and doing what I know how to do best.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. Carla said, Jillian, your performance last week was awesome. Just curious, did anyone say anything about you running out your shots and your fist pumps? I loved it, by the way.
Well, thank you. I've heard that a lot from people. No one at the tournament said anything about it. They were all super fine with it, so that was great. I think they had like a pregame interview, and I think someone might have been talking about it on there, like, oh, she shouldn't do that or whatever. But for me, I want to bring as much energy to the game as possible. I want to be able to express myself and have some fun out there, and I don't really care.
Hey, that is the best answer ever. You have to do you.
Exactly.
Do you. Like, if it's not outside of the rules and Tennille hasn't said, or Rob or anybody didn't say, hey, Jillian, you need to calm down and not do this. If they never said anything, do you. Period.
They were good with it, so I was like, I'm going to keep doing it then.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Look, LJ, female Norm Duke, bowling, maybe? I don't know.
I mean, hey, I do throw my reactive at spares, so I've heard that before.
You do. I do. I see that. And with you, since you brought that up, with you throwing reactive at your corner pins and everything, basically, why not use plastic?
So for me, I think it was one of those things at a young age, I just kind of was able to do it. So, I mean, I definitely had to learn a little bit along that lines, but as far as junior gold goes too, we can only get 5 bowling balls. So my dad back then was my coach, so he was kind of like, why do we want to waste a bowling ball when you can just learn how to throw flat at your spares? So it just was more of a logical decision for me.
Great answer. So how much time do you put in throwing at spares?
So if I want to do a spare practice, I will basically try to go through the whole rack. And sometimes I'll just do that at the end of practices, like as a closeout, like, hey, I need to make all these spares before I go. Most of the time, I will just shoot spares in practice. And if I'm really struggling, I'll dedicate some time to them just specifically and say, hey, I need to make 5, 10 pins, 5, 7 pins, whatever pin I'm shooting at.
There you go. Hey, for anybody that's listening, old or young bowlers, I don't care. That right there is a great tip, because I need all of it. Absolutely. All of it.
Spares.
I say, look, strike for show, spare for dough. Period.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Hey, look, I know you bowl, but what other sports do you play or do you have interest in?
So I like to watch basketball and I like to watch baseball. I've never played either. I tried to do dance when I was younger, but bowling got in the way, so that was out. And I did some gymnastics, but I wasn't too great at it. So eventually it was like, probably not going to work out. And then this isn't really a sport. I play the trumpet though, so it's just kind of an outlet away from bowling, something else fun I can do.
There you go. Well, being in the bubble, I know I heard, I don't know if it was your dad that came on or they were talking and they was like, hey, once Jillian finishes this, she has to go back to the room and do homework. Like, do you ever just get tired? It's like, man, can I just like skip homework today?
I mean, definitely some of that, but for me, it's like, all right, just get through it. You'll have the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, you're all good. Let's just get through the week, finish that homework. And I mean, that's just kind of my mindset.
There you go. Bowling with kids your age, are you just as fierce with them or as opposed to bowling with the adults?
So I would say there's a part of me that I need to get better at that and just being able to make myself the same every time. But I
Yeah.
think for me, knowing that I'm going to have to bowl that good against someone, I think I really dial it up a lot more against the adults. But that's something I'm trying to learn how to do against the kids as well.
There you go. Because I'm telling you, like, to be so young and to watch you bowl, I like I said that you have that swag, but you're humble. You know, you have it's like you have that fierce, fiery just attitude, but no matter if it's a good shot or a bad shot, you do the same thing. You like, let's go. I realized that. And I'm like, she has this routine. Like I'm telling you, I checked it out. And it's just so amazing. How did you become so humble as far as your mental game, throwing good shots and bad shots?
Honestly, it definitely took time. I have to give some of that humbleness just on and off the lanes to my parents too, just the way they raised me. Like, don't go out there and pretend like you got to be this big man on campus or something. Just be yourself. So, I mean, for me, it's definitely partially that too. But it's just trying to reset and just think of what I can do, just stay within myself and make good shots.
There you go. Hey, Kenny Saxon asks, what was your greatest accomplishment in your bowling career thus far?
So I would say probably finishing second at that ITRC Classic. But I also say I don't know if you guys have heard of this or not either. I actually, when I was 14, I bowled up 2 divisions at Junior Gold to try to make Junior Team USA, and I actually led the U20 field out there. So I'd
Oh
say
wow.
that's pretty good too.
No, that's amazing. What do you mean pretty good? Don't downplay yourself. Like, come on now. Yeah, you got to give it up. Hey, Robert McGraw said, hey, love your approach. Your form is the younger version of Anne-Marie Dugan and Tammy Turner. So sound and smooth. I know you know who those bowlers are.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Yeah.
say you have to know. Let's see. Rocky Anderson, I wish Jillian tons of success. Let's see, I'm telling you. Outstanding performance. Looking forward to watching her in the future. She will be there. Trust and believe. I know.
Yes.
She loves it. Great watching you compete on the highest level. All right, back to another question. Who do you consider to be the most influential person in your life at this moment?
I would say either my parents or my coach, William Clark.
So when did your dad step away from coaching you?
So I would say he didn't really coach me that much. It was more of a combination of him and my Uncle Dan. So they worked with me. But so William Clark, he's actually Mabel Cummins' coach and Julia Bond's coach as well. So we kind of found him. And after he started working with me, they kind of decided, hey, we should probably step away because he's pretty good. So he's really good. So they were like, we got to leave it up to him and let him do what he needs to do. So.
Hey, that is a good approach. Like, you know, my dad, hey, you guys, y'all see this? He's a professional. Let us go ahead and just.
Yeah,
but that's a good
I'm very
move.
thankful. Because I know some parents don't want to step away.
That is true. That right there is absolutely true. Like when you get in trouble, do your parents take bowling away from you?
They do not, but I'm also usually pretty good. I do not really get in trouble that often. I try to make sure I help out and do the things I'm supposed to be doing.
You know, just like a little punishment, like, hey, no tournaments this week. You just, you know.
No, that's never happened.
Good. And then don't make it happen.
I will not. I will not.
Hey, when did your bowling journey begin? At what age?
So I started bowling at 5, and I actually bowled my first tournament at 9.
Okay. And did mom and dad bowl? That's where the whole, bowling thing came in place?
So I'm a little different. Mom and dad, neither of them actually bowled.
Oh,
So my great grandpa was a bowler, and then my great uncle, he runs the USBC tournaments for like the men in Ohio. So he
yeah.
had a bowling background. And so I think my dad and I had bowled an adult junior league just for fun. I had gone to some birthday parties. And then obviously my uncle, he had some bowling background, and he asked me one day, he's like, "Hey, do you want to bowl?" And I just remember being like, "Well, that sounds fun, so let's go for it." And that's
Absolutely.
kind of where it started.
That's sweet. Look. Hey, Danielle. She said, "Hey, Jillian, love Mama Mason."
Hi.
This my little, what up, little bro? One of my favorites to watch. Simo. I'm putting my money on Jillian. Anytime y'all want to bowl one-on-one, my money's on her. You my little brother. I love you dearly, but I'm betting on her. Just FYI. Hey, what motivates Jillian?
Success, not wanting to fail. So I hate losing more than I like to win. So for me, it's like, I'm going to go out there, make sure I don't lose. And at the end of the day, that gets me to the wins.
Okay, so are you afraid of failure?
I wouldn't say I'm afraid of failure. I've accepted that obviously you're not going to win all the time, and that's completely good. So, I mean, definitely something I've had to learn more to over the years. So I'm not really afraid of it. I just don't like it, and I'd always rather win, which I think is a pretty common mindset. But
Oh, absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. So how do you overcome failure or disappointment when your performance is not up to standard?
For me, I try to make sure I take some time off to clear my head, because one time I didn't really do that, and I just kind of kept bowling too much, and it wasn't good. But it's one of those things that I just want to get back on the lanes as soon as possible and just keep working and working and working until I can figure out what happened, what went wrong, and how to fix it.
There you go. Have you ever read or went to a mental coach? Read any books?
I've never been to a mental coach, but I have read books. So I've read Relentless, The Champion's Mind, The Inner Game of Tennis, and a few more.
Oh yeah, you've read all the good ones.
Yeah.
Yes, someone is going to be very lucky to bowl with her, Lucy. You're right. Yes, I don't know how old are you. Do you have to? Can you bowl to Lucy now, or do you have to wait?
I honestly have no idea. So we'll have to figure that out.
We're gonna find out. Don't worry.
All right.
We're gonna find out because let's see here. What are your short-term goals in life and in bowling?
So for life, it's pretty cliche, but honestly, just be the best I can be, and just go out there and do whatever I can to be the best version of myself. And I mean, as far as bowling, obviously, just go out there, make good shots, and whatever happens, happens. Obviously, like to try to get a few wins and all that stuff. But hey, if it doesn't go my way, it doesn't go my way, and that's totally okay.
Absolutely, you're right. When you were bowling on in the finals against
Brianna
Cote, yes.
Yeah.
When you struck out in the 10th frame, because you went first, did you feel like she better show up? Because this right here is like, this is it. Did you feel like almost that title in your hand?
Kind of, but not really. So my shot in the 9th frame, to bring it back a little bit, I came up high, I almost left the 4-9. I tripped out the 4-pin, and it was a bad shot. So for me, it was kind of like more disappointment in myself in the shot that I had made. Because I was like, she's been striking the whole time. I honestly, at that point, I didn't really expect her to miss, and she did end up leaving that flat 10. So I think if I would have struck on that shot, I would have won. But I mean, it is what it is, and I wasn't really feeling that way. I was just more so like, dang, you were so close, but it's all good.
Yes, because I was rooting. I'm like, let's go. Like, she's about to win a title. And then, like you said, that 9th frame, I was like, ugh. And then as Brianna got up there, I'm like, and you struck out, I'm like, okay, she better show up right now. Like, this is it.
Yeah, I was like, she might split, but she was bowling so good that whole game. I was like, I don't think anything's going to happen.
Oh, Simon said like, he's hoping to win it a few times before you can get over there. Oh, man, yes. So what are your short-term goals on the lanes?
On the lanes, honestly, I'm not really sure what I like to do. Keep bowling. One of my big goals is I would love to win junior gold one year. So obviously chances for that are becoming more limited with their new age things and safe sport and all that stuff. And I'd like to make some more shows and see where that takes me as well.
So what has been your highest finish in junior gold thus far?
I finished 5th in U12 in 2016,
Okay.
5th in U15 in 2018, and then 2019 I was bowling U20, so I led, but I ended up finishing 9th that year.
Yep.
But I was still 14, so I mean, for what it is, I'm completely good with it. And obviously we didn't have it in 2020, so 2021.
Yeah, there you go. So that is, I'm pulling for you, and I hope that you can get. So in 2021, where are you going to bowl? You what?
For U18. Because
U18.
they have the new safe sport rules, so the U20 is like a separate division. So U18 is technically the highest division I can bowl as a youth.
Okay. There you go. So being as smart as you are in school, being a scholar athlete, what is your dream college to attend to?
Honestly, I don't know. There's a few. I haven't really gone on visits yet, so we're still going to see where that plays out. I'm not really sure as of now, but hey, we'll see.
All right, well, name some colleges for me.
All right, so we got Nebraska, McKendree, Vanderbilt, North Carolina A&T, Wichita, Arkansas. I didn't count this time, so I might have forgotten one. There's Ottawa State, too. I actually really like their school. They're not very popular, but they have a nice school down
Ottawa
there.
State, that's in Canada.
No, it's in
Kansas.
Kansas, yes.
Yes, Kansas. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say, because my cousin played football at Ottawa.
Oh, okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't even know they had a bowling team.
Yeah, they do. They have a really nice bowling center, too. Like, they just built it like a brand new one. It's pretty cool.
Wow. Okay. Well, look, I'm wishing you the best. So when you whatever college you choose, because whoever gets you, they're going to get a great student, a great person, but an amazing bowler. Got that. What do you want to study? Have you ever thought about that?
That's a really good question, one that I do not know myself. So I haven't put a whole lot of thought into it. I mean, I like math and science, so probably something more towards those lines, but I'm not really sure. So got to figure that out soon.
You better figure it out fast. You're already in your junior year is almost over. Let's start there.
I still got like a year. We're all good. We're all good.
Let's see. Have you? Here's a good question for you. Have you started dating yet?
No, I have not. I've had a couple guys try to go for me. I just don't have time though.
So you just settled down.
Pretty stuck. Coach says no dating till I'm 25 though, so sorry.
Till 25?
I know, right? It's terrible.
They still have
Coach Kim. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. See, she got 2 years left. She doesn't have 2 years left. She has 1 year left.
In a half.
I'm not even going to give you that half today. I'm not. I just can't. I can't.
I'm banking on that half though.
Oh, what? See, look. Oh my God.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Yes.
So, how doing this online thing? I know it's different. Has that affected just the way you learned, or it's still like the same thing?
For me, it's kind of the same thing. So our school actually offers a program where I can take like college classes. So I'm taking 2 college classes online and 2 high school. So it hasn't really affected the way I learned at all. Obviously, tests have to be a little bit easier because teachers can't really monitor as much.
Right.
But for me, I've actually been able to travel a bit more too, so that's been super nice. I've been able to go out and see Coach too. GG. Yeah, Coach works with GG too. But yeah.
God.
So.
Come on. So look, whenever the dating process starts, look, seriously, we're going to talk about this. Does it have to be an athlete?
No, it can be anyone.
Okay. I just, sometimes you want to know. It's like you guys have that competitive edge, and he could like, oh, I could beat you bowling, and you're like, yeah, right, and.
That is what I say, though. That's what I say. Like,
So if guys called you out, and I know you just kind of smacked them around, and it's like, here, go back to your mom and stuff, cry later.
I mean, yeah, not really. I mean, I've talked to some of them, but like not really, like actually. But hey, we're good. I'm like, I don't got time.
Hey, she doesn't have time, boys. Anybody that's listening, hey, she has no time. School, life, and bowling. That takes all her time up.
Exactly.
And then if she gets this dog, mom and dad, that's gonna take even more time.
For sure, for sure.
See, I'm trying to shoot them shots in there for you here and there.
Dog, dog, dog.
Yes. Hey, what made you choose Storm products over the other brands?
So honestly, for me, I just like the way their equipment rolls better. I think it's a little bit more continuous on the back for myself. So I think that continuation through the pocket allows me to throw some more strikes. I threw Motive when I was younger, but I kind of switched to Storm over time. Not that I didn't like Motive. It just kind of happened. So when we decided to go in with all this, I was already throwing Storm, so it just kind of made it the logical option.
There you go. What's your favorite Storm ball?
Actually, I just got a High Road before this last tournament, and I love it. Like, love it. The original, OG.
The dark blue one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
That is a very, very, very good ball.
Yeah, I was surprised I never had one. I was like, yeah, let's draw a High Road. And then we drew that. I was like, dang, that roll's good.
But see, you have to think, in order for a ball to be on the market as long as it has, clearly it's something to it. Because, the ball be on the market for a year or two, and all of a sudden, boom, it's gone.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Hey, do you have a nickname?
Not really. Some of my friends call me Silly Jilly at school, though. So I can be a little silly sometimes.
No, you're supposed to be silly. You're 16-year-old.
Exactly. It just kind of rhymes, so it kind of works well. It's perfect.
So when you were out there bowling in Texas, they didn't try to come up with any nicknames for you?
No, they didn't. It was Jillian.
I have to talk to Taneo now, man. That sucks. You should have had a nickname out there. Should have.
Yeah, I guess not.
No, it's so funny.
They call me Kid, but
Kid.
Yeah. I think I'll take it as a compliment though, because I mean, technically, a kid can be known as a baby goat, so it's all good. It's all good.
Really? Oh, see, I never knew that. The things you learn, see? I never knew. But me, I was sitting there and I was like, she needs a nickname. She needs something. So
me, I'm trying to think of one.
Oh, well, I came up with it's really not a nickname. It was just kind of like CDB has her name, JBM has her name now, and I call it. Well, this is just me. This is a name I figured out. I said this is going to be Jillian Blase Martin, and Blase, I put it up, means blaze of glory, and so this is just me. And I figured I was like, she has that fire in her, as she's bowling, but it's just glory. So that's why I came up with the name. But that's just
I'm good with it. I like it.
Yeah. So Jab's like, oh, that's JBM over there. Like you got your own little. Let's go with it.
Exactly. Got to have that fire though.
You and you have it 100%. And don't let anyone put that flame out. That is you.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. What's your high game and highest series?
So I bowled a practice 300. I don't know what my high practice series is, but so actually at this past PWBA tournament, I shot my highest sanctioned game, which was 299. And then in the middle of one of my sets, I had an 801, which was my first. I don't know if that technically counts as sanctioned, but we're going with it. So I had an 801.
There you go. There you go.
Take it.
Let's see. Nickname Storm Fitzwell. What up, Diesel? All right, here we go. Hey, having that much success in the Kickoff Classic, how much preparation did it take? And did you have to sacrifice your friend time in order to practice?
So with COVID and everything, we've been pretty careful. So I haven't really been able to see my friends that much anyway. I mean, I've talked to them over FaceTime, all that good stuff.
Right.
But I was actually able to get out and practice with my coach a little bit more because he's actually from Chicago. So we were able to travel down there a bit more. So that actually helped me prepare. But it's definitely a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of behind the scenes work that no one really sees. So I did have to sacrifice some of that, but it's during COVID too, so it's not as big of a deal.
Okay. How many different releases do you have?
12.
How many?
12.
Look, I thought I heard what I thought I heard, but I really wanted to make sure. 12?
That's for rev rate. Okay, well, I have my different like levels and stuff, so I have 12 different rev rate levels, 5 different axis rotation levels, and then we've been like I have about like I can change my speed too within like a half a mile an hour, but so yeah.
I am so behind on this curveball. Hey, for any of my friends that tried to help me with bowling, clearly we all failed. Y'all see this, right? 16-year-old, and she has 12. We clearly did something. I'm just saying. Thanks, Jillian. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, what can you tell, or what kind of advice can you give our youth bowlers looking at you like, man, she's out there doing this? What kind of advice can you give to them?
So the one thing I will always say is practice with a purpose. Because if you go out there and just throw balls down the lane for 15 games, you're going to get less out of that rather than if you go in there for 6 games and you're dedicated to making sure you do the right things on every single shot, fixing what you're trying to fix, working on what you're trying to work on.
Okay. So when you were working with Coach, practicing for the Kickoff Classic, you practiced on all the shots that you had to practice on. What was your least favorite shot to bowl on in the Kickoff Classic?
Honestly, I didn't really have one. I would say the last pattern was definitely the hardest. It played the flattest out of all of them, which make understandable. So that makes sense. And the first one wasn't that bad. I just didn't really have as much confidence going into that first tournament. So I think I would have liked to see how I matched up if I bowled that on that first pattern at the end.
Right.
And how that would have worked out. But I would say as of now, that first pattern, I think I had the worst look on it. So I'd probably say that one.
And it's so funny you say that because like watching the tournament throughout the whole all week, when it came to that Hall of Fame Classic, you could see everybody cut their angles like this. It was just immediately, I was like, oh, that means they've done something totally different because all week you just swing it and it came back, it returned, and then all of a sudden Hall of Fame Classic, you missed, done, dead.
It was bad.
Yes. Before bowling there, how many times have you ever been to the training center?
So I have not. That was my first time at the training center.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So that was a good experience then, huh?
Yeah, it was, and it was funny though because there were people talking about like how weird it is, how different they play, and they do play different. But like going into that, I was like, what have I gotten myself into?
Yeah. See, look, Janine, look, I have 1.5. Yeah, I told you. Hey, we could take all our releases and still not be as good as Jillian. Guys, we have practice to do. I'm telling you. Wisdom, practice with a purpose. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, what were your nerves like bowling against the top women out there when you stepped into that place? Like, that was your first professional tournament, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, it was not.
Oh, okay.
Take that back. So I bowled the Women's Open in 2019, and I bowled the Hartford Open in 2019.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you've been out there. Oh, in 2019, you were like almost 15. 14.
I was 14 in the Women's Open, and then I had just turned 15 for Hartford.
Wow. So bowling nose, and then coming to that, what were your nerves like?
Honestly, I was still pretty nervous because I felt like I definitely had a bigger goal in mind for these past 3 tournaments, or like the Kickoff Classic as a whole. So I think there were more nerves there. But it definitely helped. So we had our COVID test done and they all came back negative. So they actually let us have a practice session the day prior on just a random pattern. It wasn't any of the tournaments. So I
Right.
think it helped having that practice session and the other one because I calmed down a little bit just being around all those ladies. But still, they're pretty high. I mean, just going out there and bowling against those people.
Yeah.
Just to be out there, I was like, this is a whole nother experience and this is crazy. And I'm freaking out a little bit, but hey, we're going to handle it and go out there and do what we know how to do.
So when you seen who you were paired up with, did you think like, have you? Because I know when I bowled a couple of stops before, I was like, I don't want to get on this person's line. I'm afraid to mess up. When I was younger, do you ever think like that?
Honestly, no. For me, I mean, if I accidentally mess up their line, that's kind of better for me too. So not that I want to do it on purpose, but if it happens for some reason, to me, it's not that big of a deal. I'm just gonna go out there and do what I can do. And if it gets in their way, then I'm sorry, but I can't do anything about it. Oh yeah, I was happy with my matchup.
Hey, when you beat Liz, was that like off that bucket list? Like I beat the GOAT. Check.
Yeah. So, are you talking about the TV show?
Yes.
Okay. Well, yes, for sure. In that TV show, it was definitely because I was the top. Well, I was leading going with the position round, and I mean the nerves just kind of got to me a little bit there. So I fell to third, and I was like, "Oh no, I'm gonna have to bowl Liz. This is not good." And then I was like, "Whatever. We're just gonna keep doing what we've been doing," and it worked out, and I was all good. So that was definitely a big bucket list thing, and I'm really happy with it.
Yeah. And then so as you won that match, I know it was just like, okay, my first match is over, nerves calmed down, and you just kind of got in the groove of things, huh?
Mhm. It was good after that. I mean, I was pretty calm, just making good shots, and Dasha didn't bowl great, so that kind of helped too. But it's all good.
And see, it's so funny as if you watch the show, watching Dasha bowl, you and Dasha bowl. No matter how bad she was bowling, she was a great sport because she always gave you like,
Yeah,
But
we
in
actually
some women, no.
I know. Well, we bowled together a little bit because she was actually on my pair. Was her and Aaron McCarthy like the whole time for qualifying.
Right.
So I mean, we were just having fun out there. So we just kind of kept that up on the TV show too.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Because when I seen that, it was just like, oh, that's sweet. That's what's up. I like, just that
Yeah,
kind of, and
she was
especially
awesome.
like you being so young, that should have made you kind of your nerves even, calm down a little more, just for the simple
For
fact
sure.
that, it's not so, yeah.
Mhm.
This guy, Jerry Johnson, lives in Vegas, said, can I have an autographed picture before you get too famous?
For sure, I can send one out. I just need your address.
Hey, send the address here. Hey, a signed picture. She got you, Jerry. She got you, Jerry. Hey, how were your interactions with the other bowlers out there? Was it just like you were walking through and it was like, hey, kid, or was it just like, I'm going to keep to myself?
For me, it was more of I'm gonna keep to myself. There were a few that said hi. I know a few of them too, so they were always open to saying hi to me and all that stuff. But I mean, for me, if I avoided interaction, it kind of helped me out because I wasn't being like, oh my gosh, Shannon O'Keefe is standing right there. Or oh my gosh, Liz Johnson's right there, Danielle McEwen. So I was just trying to keep to myself more so.
So growing up, who are your bowling idols?
Honestly, since my parents didn't come from a bowling background, I didn't watch that much bowling. So, but definitely Kelly Kulick was a big one. And I would say Liz Johnson was another one. So pretty common, but yeah.
Okay. So now that grown and threw the ball, or you've got your own style, who do you think you mimic your game after?
To be honest, I would say no one.
Jillian is her own person.
Hey, that's my goal. Just to be me.
That is it. That is it. If you had your fantasy match, who would it be against?
All right, so I actually had one of them. So it would either be Rocio Restrepo or Julia Bont. So I had Julia.
And why do you choose those?
I know them personally, so I think it would just be cool to bowl against them. So that's pretty much the only reason. I love Rocio and I love Julia too. So just to
Yeah.
get to bowl against them in that setting. I mean, we practice together, but we never really bowl against each other.
Right.
So obviously separately, but yeah, so it would be either of those two, and then I got to bowl against Julia, so that was pretty cool.
That was it. Yeah. I agree. If you look back at it and watching everyone bowl, who is the most competitive out there to you?
I would have to say Shannon. So I know everyone sees that. I just think like the way she reacts even is just you can tell she has a very competitive edge. She had some problems with her leg even in the Hall of Fame Classic to the point where she was like, I don't know if I can do this.
Right.
And I mean, she just came out there and she didn't make the TV show. She didn't do that stuff, but she still bowled pretty good for what it was. And I just think she has a drive and a passion to just go out there and be the best. So pretty common answer again, but I really just, even watching her bowl, I just think she has that fire.
Yeah. And like I said, if you see her bowling, it's like you just want to sit there and watch her, but you don't want to say anything to her because she has that fierce look and you're like,
yes,
just don't say anything because, and it's like if she looks at you, like her just body language just pierces through you and you're like, ooh, Shannon just looked at me like that. Ooh. Yeah. So other than that, what on your spare time? I know you don't have a lot. Dude really put his address up. Look, he said,
oh, here, I'll take a picture. I will take a picture.
Oh my God.
All right, you'll get it. I think I got it. Yeah, we're good.
Hey, 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 yeah, Jerry, that's his office, but that's my guy. He is hilarious. Look, Ron Sims Jr., what's up, big bro? He said, other than being a tour champion, well, she's getting there. Ron. She was almost there. Almost. What other goals do you want to achieve, bowling and non-bowling? You missed this answer, but can you answer this question for him again?
All right, so I'd like to win junior gold, and then I'll expand on it a little bit too. I would love to be able to make the U.S. amateur at team trials and hopefully win as well. And then a major champion too, so we got to add that one.
Hey, there you go.
And then non-bowling, I'd like to, I want to try something new. Not that I would ever give up bowling. I just kind of want to, put myself out there, just try something crazy for some reason, like rock climbing or something.
No, do something a little more safe.
Well, no, harnessing, I'll do it in, a studio or something. Not like actual rock climbing, but, the fake kind. Still looks pretty fun, though, so.
Well, you might as well just say, hey, I'm going to go bungee jumping.
Hey, yeah, true.
No.
I would go bungee jumping.
So
in
Ohio, it snows. Do you ski? Do you snowboard?
I don't. Honestly, for me, I feel like I would hurt myself. I'm not very. There's actually a video of Julia Bond. She sent it to me because they were talking to her for the Mike Flanagan's inside the bubble thing, and I'm in the background and I'm tripping. I'm about to I literally almost fell in the background. It was so bad. It's okay. I didn't fall.
Get it together. But see, that's that 16-year-old body having fun, not paying attention to nothing. Real life hasn't hit you yet.
This is true.
Uh-oh. Look, they said face your fears challenge.
Yes. We saw that. That was awesome.
Oh my God. Did you seen it?
On Ellen, yeah.
Yes, I was just her facial expression, priceless.
Yes. It was awesome though.
Yeah. So I don't know. Gigi. I didn't even see Gigi didn't bowl. I don't know. I meant to ask her why. But being the baby, the kid, as they say, out there, and bowling against Liz and Lindsay and all the bowlers out there. I just as a kid, just coming from Ohio, did you feel any pressure I have to show up and represent for Ohio.
I mean, honestly, there was some pressure there, but for me, I felt like I was just the person going out there that no one expected anything of. So I didn't feel that much expectations or that much pressure. Obviously, I want to be able to go out there and represent to the best of my abilities, and that's just something I would always like to do.
Right.
So there was a little bit, but it wasn't like overwhelming over the top.
Oh, that's a good thing. Not a lot of pressure. And it was so funny because as you're listening to or looking at the live feed, you threw a good shot. You can hear your dad cheering. And I was just like, oh, there's dad right there.
Uh-huh. For sure.
So what, right now, when you look at your bag, you can throw Storm, Roller Grip, and Global. What global balls have you added to your arsenal?
So I added a Volatility Torque, and I love that ball. That's actually the ball I threw on the TV show for the ITRC against Brianna.
Yeah.
And we added a Zen, but we're going to try to drill it a little bit differently. We put one of the drillings I like on it. It's just a little bit, it grinds in the mids too much and doesn't really have enough on the back. So we might try that one again. And I used to, before I actually signed with Storm, I had a White Hot Badger. And if I can get my hands on another one of those, I would love to drill one. But I don't know how that's going to go because I know those are discontinued. Or I think they are at least.
Hey, you and Jillian Martin. They'll find you one.
Hey, I'm good.
They'll find you one. No. Do you lay out your own equipment? Do you know how to lay out your own equipment?
So my coach does most of it, or like the actual layouts and stuff. I do know how to lay out my bowling balls. I know how to measure my layouts. And we usually, when we're going to drill a ball, we have a pretty communicative talk about it. So it's kind of, what do you want to see? Hey, I think that we should maybe go this way. Hey, what about this? Like, what would this do? So it's kind of a learning process and a learning experience every time we drill a new bowling ball. But I'd say most of the time, I guess how we're going to drill them anyway. So it's kind of both.
Hey, Daniel, so how many bowling balls do you have?
I have quite a few. We took 17 out there. So right now my arsenal is about 17. But it depends on where I'm bowling, obviously. I had some urethane in there. That was like a just in case if we bowl on short and that stuff.
Are you a big fan of throwing urethane?
It depends on what I'm bowling on. If I gotta throw urethane, I'll throw it all day. We actually just drilled the fast pitch and I absolutely loved it. Like, I don't know why, I just really liked it. So, I mean, if I gotta throw it, I will definitely throw it, and I'm definitely fine with throwing urethane, especially on a short pattern.
Right.
Obviously, I'm not like gonna throw it on something medium or long. I just don't understand that as much. But hey, if that's what everyone's throwing and it looks like it looks good, then I'm gonna take it out of the bag and try it out.
What is Jillian's favorite food?
Favorite food?
And see, you're young.
Breakfast?
You got high metabolism. You can probably eat just about anything.
Well, that's true. But for breakfast, I would say avocado toast. Love avocado toast. Some egg. Egg on top, yeah. Some good stuff right there. And then for like dinner, like chicken, I don't know. I'm pretty open. I'll eat just about anything. So it doesn't really matter. Sushi, though. Sushi's good.
Oh, see, I'm not a seafood. I don't eat any seafood. Lindsay said the same thing yesterday. She was like, I was like, hey, what do you like sushi? And I was like, ugh. No.
What?
Zero.
Terrible.
Seafood. No.
Mm-mm. And then dessert?
Mm-mm. Oh, dessert. What do you like?
Ice cream all the way. Love me some ice cream. Milkshakes, all that stuff. I gotta stay away from it, but I love it.
What kind?
Honestly, it doesn't matter. I would literally eat any ice cream. It's so bad, but I gotta like try to stay away from it. Probably like black raspberry. I love that stuff. Don't know why. Just love it.
Like,
kind of weird.
That? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
It's all good.
No. Oh. See me. Now you're probably gonna say with me because bubblegum is my favorite ever. Like bubblegum ice cream.
Okay. Yes. All right. That's fair. I can see that.
See, like everybody goes for sushi. Like
yes, sushi all the way.
Oh man, I don't know. There's something wrong with you guys. Anybody that eats seafood, there's something wrong with you guys.
Everyone looks like they're agreeing with me though. They
are, but see, whatever. And And these are the people that I thought I knew, and clearly I don't know them. So, so your jersey schemes, who picks them, or where did you get them from?
All right, so my coach, he's kind of like the Puma guy. So, funny story, we actually found some Puma skirts, and we got those.
Okay.
And then we got, wrong sleeve, Logo Infusion. They do my jerseys, so we work with some artists and they match. We try to find some vectors and stuff to match. I keep hitting the wrong side of my jersey because it's all backwards. But yeah, so we get those to match, and we just kind of match them to the skirts. So we like to have some color in there. Nice little pop.
There you go. Have you ever thought about designing your own little logo?
Possibly. I guess we'll see someday. I know like a lot of people like to do like the letter combination, so I've been like experimenting and seeing if we got one or not. So
so that means I'm gonna have to get on my computer and do this JBM Blase
hey,
logo for you.
I'm all in. I'm in for it.
Okay, I got you. I said, I'm trying to make some things happen. When you get out there, they go like, oh, well, we need that, like, the youngsters. So how many younger kids have come up to you like, oh my God, it's Jillian Martin, like you feel like a superstar?
Honestly, I think there's like some do that, but I think all of us are just kind of have mutual respect for each other, and they've known me before I've really gotten here, a lot of the youth bowlers. So it's not really like, oh my gosh, she's a superstar and stuff. It's like, oh, I know this girl and she's out there doing some pretty good things. And I mean, they're rooting for me and they're behind me.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good thing. Because I know if I see you, I'm like, oh my God, it's Jillian. So what's next up for Jillian Martin?
So the PBA Junior National Championships, those are February 19th. And so the way they're doing them is like there was a qualifier, so they had 5 regions. It's similar to how they did the Players Championship. So top 2 from each region are going.
Yep.
They'll bowl against each other, and there'll be a TV show. And I think they're pairing the 1 and 2 seed with some bowlers from the Players Championships, and we're going to bowl on the show together, or some show together. I'm not 100% sure. I just think that's what we're doing.
Well, good luck to that. Good luck.
Thank you.
So do you plan on doing the whole tour this year?
I cannot. So because of eligibility, I have to be a non-member. I can't have a membership. And so their rules are you can only cash in 2 events, excluding majors. So the Classic Series are kind of weird. So it's technically 3 events, but it only counts as 1 cash because they're all under the PWBA Kickoff Classic umbrella or like any of those things. Right. So that tournament was only 1 cash. And then I will bowl the Women's Open because that rule excludes majors. I cannot bowl Queens because I'm under 18, and that's a new safe sport rule. Yeah, I know. And then I'll probably bowl another Classic Series. So I only can really bowl 3 total events.
Oh, that sucks.
I know.
I guess you gave those women a pass then. You like, look,
yeah.
You guys got a pass for the next 2 years. When's your birthday?
July 25th.
Okay, so she's about to be 17. So, like I said, she's July. Yeah, she's going to be 17 in July. So, PWBA, you ladies, be ready because when 18 hits, trust and believe, she's going to make a run.
I got to wait till I'm out of college, though. I can only bowl Queens after I'm 18. I can't become a member. So, 22, we still got a long way to go.
A long way, yeah. You got a long way.
So, it is what it is, though. And honestly, it's kind of a good thing. So if I won that ITRC Classic, I would not have been able to bowl any other tournaments excluding majors. So I would have been done. So.
Really?
Mhm.
Wow. So
I'm just trying to keep my eligibility there. That's why.
You have to read the fine print at the bottom, those little tiny words, huh?
Pretty much.
Wow. That is, that's good information, especially for our youth that's listening. That's really good information.
Mhm. For sure.
Man. All righty. Well, yeah. Look, we're not going to hold you long because we know you got school tomorrow. I expect that 4.3 to stay up there. And, man, I can't wait to formally, meet you face to face.
For sure.
Yeah. So like I said, I don't know. I come to Ohio in February to go bowl the Reed Hawthorne, but now it moved to Kentucky. So yeah, there's no.
Dang.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. They had safe sport change for a lot of you voters. So make sure you read it all because the book is thick.
Yes, it is.
Really?
Sorry, what?
I said it's really thick. It's a big book.
Yeah, a lot of rules.
Let's see. College bowling will be an experience you won't forget. Learn all you can and enjoy the ride.
Yep.
Look, Wanda, I wish you stopped. Wanda, you live in Dallas now. She lives
I
in Dallas.
know.
No, she lives in Dallas. I am not giving her that. No,
All right.
I'm not.
I'll take back my IO.
Even though she is a Cleveland Browns fan. Are you a Cleveland Browns fan?
Yes, we are. Cleveland Browns.
I was actually pulling for you guys in the playoffs. I can say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Close, but not quite.
Jillian, it was absolutely amazing to have you on. I appreciate your time. I wish you nothing but success out there, for any tournament you bowl, your life, because you are truly a blessing to have in our sport.
Thank you for having me, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, look, Wanda, stop talking crash. She says, no, man, I am Ohio born and raised. See, she said she's probably going to text me and give me grief because whatever though. Hey, so look, but no, then you see everybody loves you. So look, no, hey, this is JBM, guys. If you guys didn't listen, this is my nickname to her is JBM. You guys call her kid, you call her, silly Jilly or whatever you want to call her. This is Jillian Blase Martin. And if y'all don't know what I said, Blase means blaze of glory. If you don't know her game, if you haven't seen it, you understand why I say she's a blaze and she's full of glory. Just know I tell you, that's why that nickname came up. I'm telling you. All right. But look, Jillian, hey, enjoy your evening. Tell the parents, Mr. Bowtie said hello. Thank you guys and thank them for allowing you to come on and share your story with us.
You got it. Thanks for having me.
All righty, and I'll talk to you soon.
Yep.
All righty, bye.
Bye.
Guys, that was Jillian Martin. Like I said, if you guys missed her in the Kickoff Classic, she did absolutely amazing. She did. She's going to be a force to reckon with. I can't wait to see her even in college because I guarantee you she will, whatever school she attends, she is going to be a blessing to have on that team because she's full of fire, and I can see her teammates just bonding with her. So she is the future. She is the future. I strongly agree with that. Storm Nation. I forgot, Wanda, you are Storm Nation. Yep. Yeah. So, hey, guys, thank you, though, for tuning in. Hope everyone has a happy Friday. Enjoy the weekend, Super Bowl weekend. Please, please, please be careful if you guys having Super Bowl parties, whatever you're doing, man, because we want to try to get back to opening things up. You know what I'm saying? Always take care of self first. And let's do what we do. Y'all already know. Begin with the song, end with the song.
I got a strike while the iron is hot. One of one, don't follow flocks. Man, I got this on lock. Team Harvey, team hustle, team can't be stopped. Just cop 900 glory, yeah, fresh out the shop. Let's all roll. I'm an expert on the lane. Yeah. Smooth approach, about to roll a perfect game. And well connected with the sport's biggest names. We can't talk unless the X on the frame. I'm here asking the questions, clear the air and confusion. Fresh, humble, and arrogant with the logo infusion. Red cup for the right vibe. I got the answers, you going live with Bowtie.
Hey, if you guys didn't know, this red cup came from Danielle, Mama Mason, Gigi's mom. Sparkling Crystals is the company. Guys, y'all already know what it is, man. Hey, as always, I love my fan base. I love all you guys. I miss you guys, and I swear I know we will get together soon. soon as things really get back to normal. But Jillian, thank you again. Everybody enjoy your weekend. As always, man. Love you guys. Bowtie out. Peace.